Captain's Log Supplemental. We will be disembarking from Deep Space Nine shortly. The crew have gotten some much-needed shore leave. However, I'm ready to get going. Not that I didn't enjoy my time there. It's just it's a different vibe there, and I'm used to when we stop at normal star bases. But between the liquid security guy, the Bajoran religious ceremonies, don't even get me started on Quarks. You know, I went to Quarks the other day. He tried to sell me a frying pan. Yeah, he claimed it was an ancient Klingon cast iron pan. He showed me the inscription that read, "Today is a good day to fry."
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Captain's Log Supplemental. My name is Rob, and as always, I am joined by my friends and co-hosts, Stanford and Chris.
Hey there!
Hello!
As well as friend and producer, Mariah.
Hi there.
For the uninitiated, Captain's Log Supplemental is a Star Trek rewatch podcast. Each week we are marching ahead in chronological stardate order. We've wrapped up Enterprise and the first half of Discovery, and we are now just about at the end. Was this the last episode of season 1?
It was.
Strange New Worlds?
Yep.
Oh, snap. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, we just wrapped season 1 of Strange New Worlds as of today. So yeah, we just like to remind everybody at the top of the pod, if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, write a review, give us 5 stars because we are 5-star people. Other than that, how are you guys doing this week?
Well, I'm coming out of the 2-week-long sick cycle here at the Amherst house.
Yeah, can y'all stop being sick? Like, what the fuck? Do you know how hard it is to edit your fucking phlegmy asses when you're
I
goddamn
tell you what,
sick?
man. Over the last 2 weeks, it's been a cycle. Like, the kids got sick, then we got sick, then the kids got sick again, and then we got sick again. We're just this endless train. It sucks.
It's amazing. Don't have kids, for the listeners out there.
I just have kids by proxy.
His favorite uncle.
He is the favorite uncle. I guest hosted the It's Probably Not Aliens podcast last week, so that was fun.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
It was good. It was an episode about mantis aliens. So my job was to play the person who was definitely believed in mantis aliens. So that was exciting. Oh man!
Did the podcast get a shout out?
Yeah. I plugged us at the end because there's always the where can you find me? But I don't.
Right.
That one won't be out for a couple weeks yet. So hopefully,
Nice.
Ideally, some people who listen to that podcast will hear me say this. So, thanks for coming over.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I'm so sorry.
To the people coming over.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dang. Harsh.
I'm also in early talks of maybe going on a board game YouTube channel.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
So that's fun. So I might be taking a weekend to go to Illinois to play Twilight Imperium.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus.
How do you want to go to Chicago?
I mean, that does require a whole weekend.
Is that where you're going, Chicago?
Yeah, the place I would be going is just outside of Chicago, but Mariah and Liam would be coming with me, and they would just be hanging out in Chicago for the weekend. So yeah, Chris, I don't know how far Chicago is from y'all. I should be
It's I could drive, but it is I think there's a 5-hour train ride I could take.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's 12 hours for us. I knew it was way closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
Liam and I have actually been to Chicago once before. He was little.
I have never been to Chicago.
I've been to Chicago once.
I went to Chicago once for a work conference, and then I have driven through it twice.
That's a weird place. Oh, because of Missoula. That makes more sense. I was like, that's a weird place to drive through because it's so far north, but you were going even further north, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
The one thing I learned is that given the option, you should drive far around Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of traffic in Chicago.
It's a big city.
Quite busy, yeah.
It's a huge metro area.
Yeah.
Very cool town, though. Food is great.
I definitely want, like, if when we go there, I'm definitely gonna like go get some like good quality pizza. Oh, you know what? I'll ask the guy who lives there, like, where should I go instead of just going to some tourist trap, you know?
It's probably a good idea.
Because like I've always wanted to have authentic Chicago pizza, but like the closest thing I can find around here is like the Sbarro at the mall. Like,
There's also like two
Wait, who knows?
different types of like there's like Chicago pizza. There's like the deep dish, but there's also like there's like its own other style too.
no.
I have-
Deep dish pizza I can get at Pizza Hut. No. I want like the like it's like a crushed
Under the
envelope
sauce.
filled with fucking cheese, and then they
It's
just
under
top
the
it with
sauce.
sauce. Yeah, I want
It's under
that.
the
one.
We
sauce.
had
Yeah.
it-
That no, that's like that is a deep dish pizza. Like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
they fucking sell
we
at
had
pizza
it.
is
We
not.
had it at like the marina or whatever, and it was. I mean, it's one of those things. I bet it's like a cheesesteak. Like you can get a good cheesesteak at almost any place. You don't have to go anywhere crazy fancy.
Right.
But apparently, there's a hot dog thing that's also a thing in Chicago.
Oh, Chicago
Yeah,
dogs. Yeah.
Dicka's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
There's
assume
like-
it
there's
was
like a
called
sp-
something else before it was called Dicka's.
Well, like Chicago style dogs are like a thing. Like
Oh,
they have
okay.
like a whole bunch of shit on them. Like
Yeah, it's like loaded.
it's like, in my opinion, too much. But I know a lot of people do like them.
There's a level of like, can I just have a sandwich without the hot dog at that point? Like I'll just
Pretty much.
I'll just have a chili and onion and cheese sandwich. I don't need that like tube of processed meat in the middle.
The way you said sandwich was so fucking Philly just then.
Sandwich? Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't like I when I say sandwich, I tend to really hit that D, which you gotta
Yeah,
take
you
that
do.
out of context. But like I didn't know that
It was
that
not
a
just the
Philly
D.
thing.
It was the weh sound after that came out.
Well, I do live here, so you know.
Yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
to. I have to tell one more Chicago story though.
Ew,
And
is this the
people-
poop water to story?
Well, no, but thanks. Well, it could have been poop water.
But
It was so there's the big sphere thing you can go see in Chicago.
The
Right?
bean. It's
The bean, yeah.
the bean.
Oh, okay.
It's
then-
called the Cloud Gateway, something like that is the official title, but everyone calls it the bean, which pissed the artist off. But the artist is a dick, so everyone likes doing it.
So
Yeah.
like somewhere around there's also this other sort of like site you can see, and it was like this shallow bit of water, and it was in the water. There's this big screen, and it shows like faces or whatever. So people are like sitting around this almost like fountain thing, and just this very very shallow water. Like you could almost walk on it. It was very cute in the city park. You know, a sight to see. And Liam is very little, and yes, the poop water, he had shit his diaper and he was covered in water, and so there was shit water all over me. It was really great. Don't have kids. And then I look over, and Liam is on his belly in this water, just drinking. Yes.
Perfect.
He's still with us, so
To be fair, that water is certainly treated with chlorine or some shit.
there were
like-
people barefoot all in it. Like,
bleh,
Was it
forever
a
clean.
was it this thing, Mariah?
oh,
the Crown Fountain.
yes, it was that. Yep. And it was very traumatizing to see my baby drinking that water on his belly. Like he was like
He was thirsty.
completely
It was
prone.
just full
completely
like
prone.
wild man surviving with a creek into that
Yeah.
fucking fountain.
Yeah.
That's
I feel like you
fucking
need to
gross.
get him.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys need to get him one of those like the little like straws that have the water filter built into it.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, the
that,
survival
like,
straws or
survivalists
whatever the
use.
on
fuck.
a helmet or something. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so anyways, if it hadn't been clear yet, dear listeners, don't have children. They're the
Don't.
worst.
Do it.
I mean, at the very least, they're pretty gross.
Yeah.
They're both at the least and at the most very gross. Like they're
Very
gross
gross.
constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Oh, that's right. I watched that shit today.
I also watched it today because I'm a loser and I've been busy playing the new WoW expansion with my sister.
Oh, that's
God,
fun.
you're still
I
playing
did not watch it today because I'm not a loser.
I'm going to definitely be able to keep my opinions about this episode to myself the whole time. So
Great.
I fucking
Perfect.
knew you would have opinions about this episode.
By
I mean,
the
not that
way-
you don't have opinions about all episodes, but this one in particular, I knew would get you.
just as an aside, because I know there's going to be a whole lot of fun facts with Chris that we need to ignore because I'm doing a deep dive on Balance of Terror tie-ins.
God damn it, that is all of my fun facts.
I figured.
About the what tie-ins?
Balance of Terror.
Ah, okay. Do you have any fun facts that are not that, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, some?
That's fucking
Perfect.
funny.
All right, here we go. So we start off with a captain's log from Pike explaining the end of the last Romulan War.
I do have a fun fact here that is not related to that.
Oh, shit.
Perfect.
When there's some trivia you can't miss, this is a non-Balance of Terror fact with Chris.
So this episode is called A Quality of Mercy, which is a variation of the expression the quality of mercy from William Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice. This is not the only TV show to borrow that name, as a large number of television productions have used this title, including Twilight Zone in 1959, where season 3's A Quality of Mercy featured a pre-Star Trek Leonard Nimoy.
Cool.
You know what, Chris? That was a fun fact. I like that
It
one.
was a fun
It's a
fact.
good one.
Thank you.
That's an interesting
so-
Venn diagram there.
Moving forward, am I
That's a
really
weird
not allowed to say any Balance of Terror fun facts?
No, he said no. And he sets the pace for this episode, so...
So I specifically called out tie-ins to compare like what happened in one to what happened in the other.
Okay,
If you
so
have
that's
things not related to that, then go for it.
that is like all of my other ones. All right.
I don't know what other ones there could be other than like, hey, you know what? Here's a fun fact. In Balance of Terror was like the 4th episode of the 3rd season. That was it. That's the whole fact.
Yeah, or like Leonard Nimoy's, nephew played the captain of the Romulan starship. I don't know.
Gene Roddenberry was suffering from a huge goiter that episode, so he wasn't there. Like, I don't know.
Oh God. So anyway, Enterprise and the Cayuga, his bay, Captain Patel's ship, have both been assigned to repair a lookout post on the border of the neutral zone. Pike accurately warns Patel against making unfounded claims against the Romulan boogeyman that's sort of like pervasive in the rest of the Federation. And she doesn't care. She just wishes he'd grow back his beard because it was sexy.
Yeah, I don't know,
Sexy.
I don't know if maybe I'm tainted by later episodes with this character or if I just am misremembering the first episode of this season with this character, but I feel like they're lacking any chemistry in this scene whatsoever.
She just kind of seems like
she's just
not
kinda
a
out of
good
it.
person.
Well, there's that too, but like the actor just seems like she's kind of phoning it in. Although I will say,
didn't get that.
Mariah, this is the scene with the egg on spaghetti.
Oh yeah,
I want
Pasta
to eat
Mama.
that so bad.
What
Pasta
about
Mama.
that?
Pasta. So when we first saw this, Mariah's like, "Make that for me tomorrow," and I never did. I never
it's
fucking
so-
did.
It's fucking good, man. I'm telling you.
And well, now you have to do it.
Have to.
Also, make me some.
It's also like super easy. Like
I mean, like, it's funny because like Pike's entire philosophy here is my philosophy, which is like a good breakfast is just take the leftovers from last night and put an egg on it.
Which you do all the time. You
breakfast.
put it on fucking rice. You put it on Indian food. Whatever you can find, you put eggs on it. You make romlets for your child, but you still have not made me
Romlets.
this one simple dish.
Yeah, do you know
you
why?
can also
Do you know why? Because you put the food away and you always put the spaghetti and the noodles together, which is fine, but that precludes making this dish.
Then maybe you should put the fucking food away.
No,
it's also
'cause I
really
cook
good
dinner.
if you chop up some bacon and cook that up with it too.
Ugh,
Good
no,
shit.
thank you.
See?
so fucking
See what
good.
I have to deal with, Chris?
Ridiculous.
I don't like bacon that much.
But I do.
God damn.
Yeah. Be a good husband, Stanford.
I am
Yeah,
a good
Stanford,
husband
if you
because I
really
don't cook
loved
with
her-
any mushrooms.
If you really loved her, you'd make her some bacon.
I was about to tell you
Go
the
make her
mushrooms
some
are also
bacon.
very good with it.
And he could put mushrooms in it. I always tell him he can cook with mushrooms. I just will pick
Yeah,
them
but
out.
I don't because I'm a good husband, and that way I don't have to cook
No,
with bacon.
you are not a good husband because you've not made me this dish with bacon in it.
I will say, technically, your hands are less broken than mine, so you could make the dish.
All right, so we get an angry outpost administrator who is very angry about being angry and demands that Pike solve all of his logistical problems, which he just does with the wave of a hand. It was very impressive.
Yeah, but his solutions were obvious, so I don't understand why he needed to be here. Like, Pike shows up and says, how about this? And the guy's like, that's what I've been asking for 3 years now. And Pike's like, okay, done. Like, that's an email. That could have been an email.
So, okay. I kind of feel that way about this entire episode. But
this episode could have been an email.
This entire episode could have been an email. They could have just emailed a description of the time crystal to him and then called it a day. Yeah.
Well, no, like Grandpa Pike could have just like pinged him on his little pad and like resolved all of this in a single message. You know?
There is a level of like, hey, don't write that letter. Why? Because it'll ruin the future. Okay. Like I'm not, how am I supposed to not believe that, you know?
Yeah, well, we'll get to it at the end. But anyway, administrator's kid, Ma'at, which is just Matt with an extra A, for those wondering.
That might be the most racist thing I've ever heard you say.
Wait, is this an actual name? Oh, I thought this was like a Star Trek
Ma'at
name.
is a real name. Actually,
God, I feel terrible.
Amy worked with a person named Ma'at.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, Rob
Make
is
sure you
accidentally
clip that
racist.
and like play it at the beginning of the episode to make him feel worse.
Please don't do that.
Wait, I can actually make it like repeat for all of our breaks too.
I'm going to die of embarrassment.
What about the clip of him ignoring me?
Oh my God, that was fucking funny.
It was pretty funny.
Dude, Mariah, I accidentally sent you an invite to the studio like 5 minutes ago because I was trying to figure out if I could unmute you before you joined.
Okay, gotcha.
Spoiler alert,
okay.
I couldn't, and I accidentally just sent an invite instead. So that was fun.
I was wondering why you said
Mariah's
that.
like, ooh, a personal invite to the studio. My.
Fancy. I did not click on it because that's weird.
Because she doesn't trust fishers.
Yeah, smart. So anyway, Ma'at, who's definitely not just a misspelling of a different name, he is one of the kids that Pike will eventually like get injured while saving, and he just has a traumatic response to the situation, which like he has to excuse himself from the room.
I'm starting to think, and I apologize if I haven't said this before because I'm so famously good at keeping my mouth shut. I'm starting to think that everyone on this show could use some fucking therapy.
Yeah. We need a ship counselor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we find out apparently he's told Una the names of some of the kids that he's trying to save in this future scenario.
Yeah, we later find out that he told Spock too. Apparently he's just been telling everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody,
so again,
everybody.
Probably need a counselor. I mean, I guess good on him for not keeping it all bottled in, I guess. But, you know.
Yeah, but maybe tell someone, like, maybe don't
timeline.
Burden your coworkers and your friends with stuff that, like, you're clearly not dealing with well. Go burden a counselor. That's their fucking job.
Yeah.
Where's Admiral Warcrime? She's a good counselor.
She's a
she died. Did she die? No.
Oh, that Admiral Warcrime, I forgot.
Yeah,
she got exploded by that stupid torpedo that got lodged in Enterprise. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. With the incredible door that no one ever makes ships out of. Yeah. Oh, actually, don't go see her, Pike. You're probably all broken up about that too, since she died like 3 inches from you.
Behind the invulnerable door.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's sprayed across the little porthole there.
Oh God.
So, Pike returns to his quarters and starts dictating a letter of warning Ma'at about the future. Like, why would you do this to a little kid? This seems terrible.
I'm a little upset that this wasn't an opportunity for the writers to just straight crib the letter from, like, the end of Back to the Future 2.
That would have been funny. So, yeah, he winds up getting interrupted, though, by Future Pike. We'll call him Grandpa Pike. Who's just been listening from the armchair in his room, in both of their rooms, in their It's the same
in
dude.
both of their room. Yeah.
Yeah, both of
Yeah,
their
there you
room.
go. I like it. It was like, so it was Future Pike, and then we had the opening, and then it comes in with Act 1, and he's grabbing a knife, and I was like, oh fuck, he's got a knife, watch out.
Yeah. So Grandpa Pike is here to try and convince Pike that he's really him and that he should listen to what he has to say. So he starts listing off some.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, they did a shit job aging Anson up. I don't think it was CGI. I think it was makeup, but it made his face,
makeup.
It made his face too stiff. Like, he doesn't look good. Like, it looked fake.
No.
You know?
I mean, it is fake. Like,
right, but like, you would think it would look a little better in the year of our Lord 2025 or whenever this came out.
Yeah, in a series that's storied for their makeup.
All right, Chris. All right.
I did really like the fact that he gave younger Pike to try and prove that he was him.
Which fucking bullshit, because A, Sir Naze-a-Lot is an excellent name for a horse.
It is an excellent
It's
name.
amazing.
And B, Pike is the kind of person that would think that Sir Naze-a-Lot is an excellent name for a horse.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
My next note
been a
is,
Sir Naze-a-Lot
sigh, I
too.
don't care about any of this. I don't remember what that is, but like, god damn.
Yeah. Well, Grandpa Pike is here to remind Pike that he should stop writing this very bad letter because of the butterfly effect. So, like, of course this is a thing, right? Like, I don't know. Time travel is bad.
I think it's funny. I don't know I've seen this particular thing where it's like, if you do that, you'll fuck up the future because you'll still exist and you'll fuck everything up.
Well, like,
no. You need to be disabled because if you're able-bodied, you're gonna fuck everything up. Like, we need you basically incapacitated for a while, please.
This is again, this might be giving away my score a little too early, but like, we just came off of an entire series arc where time travel proved to be a huge problem, and trying to change the past is a huge problem. Like, why are you trying to now change the future, knowing what you do about the future? Like, he knows this is a bad idea at some level already. This is very silly.
Well, as we'll find out later, Pike's priorities are both all over the goddamn place, but also predictable as fuck because he's kind of a selfish dick.
Interesting take.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. So yeah, apparently some Klingon monks sent Future Pike back to talk to Pike, and they gave him a new time crystal that shows Pike what will happen if he does try to save himself and the two cadets that were supposed to die in his accident in the future. So, you know, Pike just touches the crystal because that's the man he is. He is very humorously thrown into the middle of a wedding ceremony that he is officiating. Spock is now his number one. Lieutenant Uhura has been promoted and is now sitting at comms. And Outpost 4, the very same outpost that Pike was helping resupply, has come under attack.
Which is too bad because it was a cool-ass asteroid base first.
It was.
Because asteroid bases are always fucking cool.
Yeah, it reminded me of the one from, what's that show? The Expanse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Series?
Yeah.
Series,
yeah. Ceres, yeah.
So yeah, we kind of get like a little bit of weird backstory here. Ortegas just immediately assumes that it's the Romulans again. So
okay,
apparently we're fighting the Romulans again.
This is the first time that I asked, and it will continue to be asked, what the fuck was going on with Ortegas in this entire goddamn episode?
So we will get to that in the deep dive.
Okay, because I just like, first of all, it's weird that they switched seats. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a thing, but like, I just don't quite get what her fucking deal was.
So Ortegas is playing the role of a character in Balance of Terror, who was a horrible racist jerk.
Sure, that's fine, but like, what's that got to do with Ortegas?
She's playing the part. So there is no backstory given as to why she very suddenly hates the Romulans.
Stupid. Then give us a new character. Like, put a random new character on the bridge. Like, it's been 7 years. Fuck it.
I mean, it's a different timeline. Like, La'an is on the Farragut.
Yeah, they got Scotty showing up. Like, fucking whatever, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, Pike asks Spock to join him in his ready room and fills him in on the future past hijinks currently going on, which we know Spock loves hijinks.
My note here is, I'd also like Ethan Peck to gently touch my face.
Yeah, he asks Spock to do a mind meld with him to avoid needing Mbenga to check him out and prove that, like, he knows the past / future / nothing, because this is all new to him. I don't know why a doctor would need to check him out and what Mbenga could have figured out from.
Yeah, well, mind melds like androids and transporters can solve all issues in the right, when the plot requires it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Spock lets him know that the accident that he was referring to already occurred, but nobody was injured. Hooray. Except not hooray. They correctly assume that a different captain should be in charge of the Enterprise at this moment. Which again leads back to the balance of terror tie-ins that we'll get to, in the deep dive. Back on the bridge, they find out La'an is apparently on the USS Farragut and is sort of close by if they need help. Spoiler alert, they will need help. So, Administrator Hansen, or Commander Hansen, I think he's a commander, calls ahead as Enterprise is heading in. Yeah, Bob. And just is very insistent about switching to visual communications. It was really awkward.
This whole
just
sequence
so he can
was
see how everything
funny.
is fucked.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man, it sucks. We can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I have to show you this video how busted Outpost 4 is right now.
Everything's on fire.
Yeah. So the Romulans show back up, right? You see them take Cloak and then fire this plasma ball at Outpost 4.
Hold on, real quick though. He's like, I think something's coming, and he's like, I'll show you my screen, and then it cuts to his screen, and you see the bird of prey decloak, and he goes, Enterprise, can you see the center of my screen? Yeah, dude, we can. What kind of radio play improv is this? Yes, we can see.
So, dude, every single call when I used to work on the help desk at work, every single call where I'm someone is sharing my screen or a remote into their computer. Can you see my screen? Yes, I can.
Right, but he was like, can you see in the center of my screen? It is a black screen and a bird of prey shows the fuck up. It's like, yeah, man, we don't see anything else.
Yeah.
When I went to a mall to visit with a friend, meet up with a friend, and called him, and he's like, go to the mall map that they have. And I did. And he's like, do you see where it says you are here?
Oh my God.
That's where I am.
Shut the fuck up. He did not.
Yes, he did.
Can I tell you, I went to a mall once, and the "You Are Here" sticker was wrong.
What?
My
That's
entire
awesome.
my entire worldview was just shattered around me. It was off by what? Because the mall was a square, and so the "You Are Here" sticker was in the wrong corner, and I could tell because it was that says Best Buy's right there, but I can see that that's clearly down the hall. Oh my God, the sticker's wrong. What else are they lying to me about? It was shattering.
Dude,
also,
wouldn't it be really funny?
When we fucking blow up the station on here, the CG of him in his station is terrible.
Dude, I have in my notes here, the Romulans show back up again to Fuz Roda Hansen away from the camera with a big plasma ball.
Oh, I went with Hawk Tuad. They Hawk Tuad spit on that thing, the asteroid base.
Yeah, that was wild. That was a wild directorial decision.
Oh man. I just like the view of him. It looked like somebody took Photoshop and just cut out his image and moved it across the screen.
Dude, this was a Team Rockets blasting off again situation.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, Ortega's still weirdly intense, but again, we'll get to that in a bit. And demands that they find a way to kill the Romulans. She is on board.
Oh my God,
stopping them Romulans.
She's like, I will not rest until I have some Romulan ears on a fucking necklace.
Yeah. Fortunately for them, though, the Farragut under James T. Kirk's command shows up to help.
Captain Kirk!
I do have a note here that is unrelated to Balance of Terror.
Yeah, what is it? Go ahead.
Okay.
You did do the thing.
I already did.
Yeah, he did it once. James Kirk is in command of the Farragut. In the episode Obsession in 1967, it's revealed that Kirk's first deep space assignment was on the USS Farragut.
Yeah.
You know, I just assumed that was true. Like when he showed up at the Farragut, I'm like, I bet that was his first ship.
I was your dad's first deep space assignment.
Mariah's spicy tonight.
Nice.
So yeah, at this point, Spock realizes that the Romulans are probably running blind due to the power needed for their cloaking tech. So like,
which is a wild, just completely ludicrous, just leap of conclusion there.
I mean, he was right. Turns out.
Yeah. Jokes
sort
on
of.
me. He was correct. I guess. Yeah.
Ortegas is again upset when Pike and Kirk both agree to shadow the Romulan ship instead of just murdering everybody on board.
Which,
running theme.
You know, turns out.
Yeah.
She had a point.
I like how Chris is like, just like Rob, Ortegas is justified in her racism a little bit.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I'm just gonna go hide. I'm see you guys later.
So anyways, porn stash Kirk is gonna dish on his bro.
Yeah, Pike calls Sam in to talk about his brother. He's like, give me the 411. Like, what's up with Jimmy there? And Sam's just like, he's mostly fine but annoying, and he just likes to bend the rules a lot, like all the time.
Which is like, and I've talked to my dad about this. Not true.
No.
Like, that's like a thing that people thought about Kirk, but if you actually watch the show, he's actually kind of a stick in the mud in terms of like following the rules. Yeah, he gets his dick wet a lot, but like he follows the rules.
Well, like even that's not really true.
Well, it's not as true as Riker. I think Riker is the most fucked man on screen, but
yeah, perpetual dip.
I believe
dipper.
I believe Kirk is, at least in terms of like the implications of what 60s TV could get away with, was a pretty high scorer on that chart as well.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, like for the time I could see that. So yeah, the bridge crew managed to, I think it was Uhura, hacks into a Romulan video feed, and they get to see Romulans for the first time.
This sequence of dialogue kind of annoyed me because she's like, I've got a feed. And they're like, what is it? And she's like, it's encrypted. And Spock's like, it's going to take me some time to crack their encryption. And then Pike's like, we'll put it up on screen. And it's just a feed from their bridge. Yeah. What happened to the encryption? Like, what the fuck?
Why is it being broadcast? What's happening?
That too? That's a great question. But also, if it's encrypted, how are they seeing it? Do they not know what encryption is? Do they just have to change the file format from like something they don't recognize to like a .mp3? That's just all they had to do. That was the encryption.
See, the problem was they were routing the power for the encryption into the cloak.
Oh, you know what? That makes a lot more sense.
Classic mistake.
As well as the power to not broadcast this CCTV fucking feed of their goddamn bridge for some reason.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Starfleet ships, take note.
I was just about to say the same thing. It's like, at least the Romulans have a fucking camera on their ship.
Yeah. So, yeah, it turns out that they look like they're Vulcan. We do get a classic fun Spock eyebrow raise out of Peck, which was well placed.
Sure.
That was kind of fun.
But don't the Vulcans know about the Romulans?
Sort of.
I did forget to mention, too, when we first see Kirk, did you guys notice the little TOS music sting?
Yes, that happens a couple times in this episode.
Yeah.
Every time Kirk is on screen, pretty much, they do some TOS music.
So, like, in the original series, Stanford, Spock was also surprised about the Romulans being, Vulcan. They knew about offshoots of, like, Vulcans that did leave, but they didn't know they specifically were the Romulans.
Right, but he knew they shared ancestry.
Not at this point.
That's not what I was reading.
Oh shit, conflicting facts. We're going to do rap battle. I pick rap battle.
It's going to be a terrible rap battle.
I don't know. We'll have to do some more research on that when we, watch it again in Balance of Terror.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, Ortegas, again, all of a sudden, super racist now against Spock.
Yeah, she's like, oh, Jesus. I forgot. I also hate Vulcans now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, do they have beef? What the fuck are we doing here? And like, you saying that it's, I guess, like, I'm sorry, writers of this random episode, that I didn't see this one episode of TOS, but this is shit. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, no, but like, I'm going to keep my opinions to myself so that you don't know what I'm going to rate this episode.
So like, I was a little frustrated because, I guess a little bit of a spoiler for the deep dive. There's a very specific scene where Kirk gets pissed off at Styles' like nonstop racism against Spock.
Oh, is that this episode? Is that episode where that quote comes out?
Yeah, like bigotry has no place on our bridge or whatever. Like that's where that came from.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
No, and that was like the one thing they chose to not translate over to this.
No, Ortegas is just going to be racist the whole time without any kind of repudiation. Yeah.
I mean, Pike does yell at her that one time.
He yells "stand down" twice.
Yeah, but that wasn't because she was being racist. That's because she refused to follow orders.
Right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Ortega says that she also votes against the war, just like Mbega, but unfortunately, that also involves killing the Romulans.
Oops.
Do like the Dr. Evil, pinky to the mouth.
I love how every single person around this table is like, I also agree we should kill those fucking dirty Romulans. And then Spock is like, logically, Captain, they're fucking assholes. We should kill them. Like, they're genetically shitbags.
So yeah, I guess at this point it's a good thing that they realize that the Romulans are on their way to float through a comet tail, which will turn into like a proverbial cartoon can of paint and invisible guy situation.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
So they've never interacted with the Romulans really ever, right?
That's the general impression, yes.
I mean, there was a war.
How'd they know what a bird of prey was?
Yeah, that's okay. So that was the other thing that was kind of confusing me about this, because at equal parts or at different times, they said it sounded like there was like a long-standing war, but also that they had no idea about anything about the other.
They're like 100 years ago, they were in a war or whatever, kind of like Korean Cold War, Forgotten War kind of thing. But then also, like, we've never seen one ever. Yeah. But also, we know all about what their ships are called.
So, like, that was supposed to be where Enterprise was going after season 5. It was going to explain that war that's always just been described off screen. Like I understand the first war with the Romulans.
Right. Okay. I guess like I was trying to figure out what these shows have to say about it, but I guess
nothing.
It's just kind of implied. Okay.
Yeah, it's just.
Which I guess it's one of those things where it's like, okay, decide how much knowledge the characters have, and then use that. Don't wish like waffle back and forth for no reason.
Yeah. So yeah, they figure out that they're going to be able to trace the Romulans moving through this comet's tail and plan a pincer move to take them on.
This
Kirk
doesn't work.
No. Turns out the Romulans aren't so easily fooled in this timeline. Yeah. They drift behind the Farragut, come out of cloak, and start blasting.
And they Hawk 2 of the fuck out that fucking they fucked that Farragut up.
My favorite part was when they go at Enterprise and then like shoot one of those big slow moving balls at them.
My note is like, you want to dodge that slow moving ball of death?
It's like that scene in Austin Powers where the guy's like standing in front of like the steamroller or whatever.
Yeah. I was definitely like, you had time to say like 3 sentences about that ball of death. Just move.
The CGI work on this episode, by the way, top notch. Like the Farragut's disc section just getting like destroyed by that plasma.
The space combat stuff was very fun.
Yes, it was fun.
Yeah.
I do find, and again, this is because I don't like the way Federation ships look. Whenever they get acrobatic, they tend to look kind of clumsy and awkward, and I don't care for it. But like the CGI was great.
Yeah.
And the Farragut is just kind of a dumb looking ship anyway, so.
Wow, harsh. The Romulans divert to Enterprise after they managed to clip the bird of prey in like a barrage of fire. Unfortunately, the plasma weapon isn't as effective at a distance. So yeah, they don't manage to dodge the plasma ball, but it also doesn't rip the nacelle off the one side of the ship. So all around, not bad, not great, not terrible, not great, nothing. Okay.
No, yeah, like I agree. I agree with everything you just said.
Did you guys not watch Chernobyl on Netflix?
I have not.
I mean, yeah, but like forever ago. Shit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was too busy gawking in horror at that show to pick out a quote.
So Enterprise starts beaming over the survivors from the Farragut before the life support cuts out. Kirk is pissed that Pike flinched.
Which, did that happen?
No, like Pike said from the get-go, like, I want to try to disable them. I don't want to destroy them.
Because like Kirk's like, delay, and then Pike's like a second's delay. I'm like, what delay?
The
Because,
only delay
like-
was when he like initially said he wasn't going to fire for risk of hitting the Farragut. That was the only delay.
Yeah. So yeah, like, combat's over though. Both ships have taken damage.
Right. I guess. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember that. But that was after the Farragut was already fucked up.
Right.
So like, that delay being gone wouldn't have saved the Farragut.
No.
So what's the point of this fucking conversation?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm on the same page as everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pike tries hailing the Romulans to see if they're willing to talk. They are, albeit after a very short delay.
Schemy ass fucking Vulcans.
Dude, he was so smug. It was wild.
The Romulan, I will say, of all the things that I am not a huge fan of in this episode, and we're still getting to a bunch of them, the Romulan actors were great. Because
I agree.
They were
Fantastic.
clearly having fun being like your schemes are barely ploys, like that fucking Romulan bullshit. Oh, I fucking love it.
Yeah, so this is the point where Pike, like, oh, wait, before we get there. So, yeah, the smug Romulan is not too fond of Pike trying to go the diplomatic route, but he agrees to a 2-hour ceasefire to bury their dead. Pike also, at this point, finally loses his temper with Ortegas after, like, just hours of her questioning his orders and, like, just being generally bloodthirsty.
Like, Jesus, Ortegas, what the fuck is my note?
Yeah. Over on the Bird of Prey, the hot-headed Romulan sub-commander questions the captain's order to focus on engine repairs first, instead of the weapons.
Maybe you can answer this question for me then. Were there scenes inside the Romulan ship in Balance of Terror?
There were.
Okay,
yeah.
Because this was a terrible writing choice for this. I haven't seen Balance of Terror, so I don't have any notes on that. Going to the Romulan ship and watching the snivelly little Romulans was not a good writing choice here, because it got rid of any kind of like air of uncertainty that we had, because now we as the audience know what's going on, and it's not as good. It was just a bad choice. But if they're doing it as an homage to Balance of Terror, then that makes more sense.
Yeah. I really like this conversation because the captain tells him, like the stupid sub-commander tells him, I served with your dad. Your dad died a stupid death because his commander was stupid, so don't be stupid.
Did you skip over the part where Lon beams aboard?
He did, yeah, because she beamed over right before her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old bubbly Lon there.
Yeah.
Which has no explanation whatsoever.
Yeah, also the whole nod towards what happens towards the end of the episode here, where Una wasn't allowed to be contacted by anybody in Starfleet. Yeah, that came up in their conversation too. You're right, I did skip that. Sorry about that.
I'm sure John will write a very firmly worded email to me about it.
Thanks, John. Pike interrupts Spock and Pike to propose a backup plan to all of this while they're working on repairs. Bluff a call for reinforcements. So they give him a shuttle and he just kind of skedaddles. We're not really sure what's happening yet at that point.
Yeah,
he doesn't choose to espouse his plan here.
I hate this trope of like, can you just explain what he's going to do? Like, it's okay. You can let us know. Like, they're professionals talking in a professional. Like, hey, can I borrow a shuttle? Why? I'm going to go pretend a bunch of ships are coming so that maybe we'll have the edge. Okay, done. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't hard.
Also, one of the main problems I have with The Last Jedi, although different series. We're not going to worry about that right now. God, where was it?
It's Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. We get a fun conversation between Spock and an off-screen Scotty as they work to repair the phaser array.
And I don't
did like
think that was funny. I don't know. The voice was interesting because it actually sounded like, what's that fucking pedophile's name? Doohan?
Yeah, Doohan.
Yeah. It sounded more like him than the actor they actually choose to play Spock next season.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, if I don't think it's the same actor as the one that ends up playing Spock on this show.
I don't think it is.
Excuse me, Scotty. But it was funny that you basically see Scotty's arm and his accent, and that's it for this episode.
That was funny. Yeah, the agreed 2-hour mark passes by, and Pike kills the Romulans. He then tries to push human ideology on the Romulans, which he does not have a good track record with, but he's got the one play and he's sticking with it. Fortunately for him, the Romulan captain responds positively and says he too tires of endless war.
Psych.
Psych. Turns out his subcommander had different plans, though. The whole Romulan fleet just drops out of warp behind.
There's certainly a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, do we know what ships these were? I saw the Birds of Prey, but there were other ships there I did not recognize.
Yeah, I did not either.
There
were a
like,
whole bunch in there.
They weren't like a standard Diderex or any of the little scout
like a
ships
warbird.
or any of that.
Oh no, there was a warbird in there.
I didn't see a warbird. That's
not like of the T&G era variety.
The Diderex is the warbird. I didn't see one.
Oh, right.
Although I don't know if you noticed, which is a clever little nod to someone in the effects room understands Star Trek, because in the background of the Bird of Prey's like bridge scene, you can see like what looks to be their like warp core readout, and you can see that it's the contained singularity. It's not like a standard matter antimatter. So like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, to his credit, the Romulan captain super pissed that his sub-commander just undermined him like that and has him removed from the bridge.
See, and yeah, removed from the bridge. Fucking Romulans, man. A Klingon would have shot that motherfucker dead.
So yeah, we now get the Romulan Praetor, which I guess is their like admiral equivalent, calling Pike and immediately demands a surrender.
I will say, because Anson Mount, sometimes he's real charming because the Praetor's like, it is traditional to kneel. And he's like, well, as I'm not Romulan, you'll forgive me if I don't. Like,
yeah. Kirk then warps back in with like dozens of unmanned mining and hauling ships in a bid to like outbluff the Romulans here.
So, like,
they have sensors.
Can't normal scanners tell that those aren't like a fighting ship? And like the Romulan sensors, so. I would assume are even better because they're paranoid fuckwads. Like,
right? Yeah, because like throughout this whole like interchange, they keep getting word like, oh, they're charging their weapons, they're firing their weapons. Oh, the weapons are powered down. Oh, they're charging them again. Like,
yeah, we can't tell that these are just like, wow. That entire Federation fleet is filled with mining drills and ore. That's weird.
Yeah. Pike still tries to opt for peace after seeing a video of the Romulan Bird of Prey blowing up Outpost 4. The Romulan Praetor is like, all right, you must be cold.
I cannot express to you the absolute, like, again, 10 out of 10 on the Romulan actors. Because her watching her ship blow up the Federation outpost with that little like, fuck that post. Like, she's got this smirk on her face that's so fucking Romulan. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, so they order the ship out in front of the rest of the fleet, and then they just annihilate them.
Yeah, after the captain and Pike have a nice little chitty chat.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the captain really didn't like this whole mission. It was like, the idea was to press the Federation and see how they responded to see if they were like actually a threat or not. I think was the roundabout way that they were trying to go about this.
They were basically it was just a probing action to see what their response would be.
The response was found wanting. So after destroying her captain, the Praetor still wants to go to war, and the whole fleet just starts firing phasers. Enterprise has some trouble with their warp engines, so Kirk steers all the mining drones. Just to
CGI. It was exciting. Shut the fuck up.
It was
Chris.
to necessitate.
I mean, I guess, but like they fixed it like 2 seconds later and they warp out.
Yeah, but we got to see some explosions first.
Exactly. So yeah, the drone, like Kirk uses the drones as a shield to try and protect the Enterprise from the Romulan fleet as best he can, and then beams back aboard Enterprise right as they manage to warp out.
Can you answer whether or not this like plasma loogie weapon is a thing that exists in any other Star Trek?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It has been a long time since I've seen Balance of Terror.
I thought maybe the one that was out there fucking up the outposts and stuff was like a prototype, but they had a couple that were doing it in this fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they hawk to it all over that fucking fleet.
So yeah, they do manage to warp out, and on the way out, Uhura picks up a Romulan signal broadcast across all frequencies, because that's just what everybody does in space, declaring war on the Federation. He rushes down.
Too much of a pussy.
He rushes down to sickbay.
I was like, oh no, that guy's brand new wife.
Yeah, so his wife had died, the one that he was officiating the wedding for. And then they also see Spock, who's missing a leg and has radiation burns all over his body. Much similar to the injuries that Pike would have sustained himself one day. At this point, Grandpa Pike shows up again to torture Present Pike some more, because all of the rest of this wasn't enough.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why he showed up in this particular moment.
I don't know. We're having
to be like, see what you did, dickwad? Fuck you.
Yeah. We're having like a Christmas Carol situation here, I think is what they were going for. After warning Pike one last time against his future, he disappears when Kirk shows up for a drink. Kirk, very kirkily, tells him, like, sometimes you can't avoid a fight.
I told you so.
Yeah. They have a drink after he leaves and returns back.
This is a weirdly chummy chat after a bunch of people they care about died. Like, so many people are dead right now. And they're like, you win some, you lose some. Cheers. Like, it was it was such a bizarre tone out of both of them. But like, Pike I could kind of give a little bit of like leeway because he's not really here, like he's from the past or whatever the fuck. But Kirk is just like, yeah, well, it happens. What you gonna do? Even though like 99% of the crew of his ship just died. Like, they saved 18 people off of that ship.
Yeah, that plasma, like, it blew a huge chunk through their dick section. Like, they did not fare well. The dick section?
He hopped to it all over that dick section.
Yeah, Brian blew a huge chunk of your dad's dick section.
That's inappropriate.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I try to figure it out. This seems like there's a moving goalpost here.
After Kirk leaves, he goes and touches the time crystal and then returns back to the present, where he immediately deletes the message that he was writing to Ma'at. Good move.
Which is a totally normal name, right, Rob?
God, I feel terrible. I cannot express to you. My brain is not going to let me stop thinking about this for days. I just need you guys to know that.
Oh, no.
Kelsey's going to be like, okay, guys, you all have recorded twice now, and Rob's gone to bed crying both times. What is happening?
I like how Pike deletes this letter and then goes to the bridge and just hits on everyone. Just like winks and fucking smirks to every single person. Like, looks them
walks
up
around the bridge, is like, hey.
It does a hitting on, it just like does a fucking HR panic lap as he sexually harasses every single thing that's in his view.
I think you're attributing a little bit too much sexual energy to this.
Look, I'm just attributing what I got out of it, so I don't know.
don't think any of this was sexually charged. It was very awkward. It got a very sufficient like what the hell look from Uhura.
Right? Yeah, because she's the only one that's like, what the fuck is he hitting on me right now? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, to music no less. After our little musical interlude, Batel beams back aboard to take Una into custody because they now realize that she's an Illyrian. Pike assaults one of the red shirts and faces no repercussions for it.
Yeah, my note here is, just casually assault an NP. Like, who cares?
That was my exact note.
And we cut out as the space police force beams off the Enterprise.
You're not going to mention the worst part of this episode?
What is the worst part of this episode?
That weird ass fourth wall break that fucking Pike pulls in the very last scene.
Don't remember that. Did I see that?
The very last, before the credits, is him dead ass eye contact with the camera. It is weird.
I must have stopped the episode
fucking
before that
weird.
happened.
Like, do yourself a favor and go watch it again at some point. Like, just those last 3 seconds. It's fucking bizarre. Because, like,
weird.
This is like a multi-cam show. Like, what are you doing? It was weird. So anyways, my last note is this episode was fucking useless. But
my notes are I didn't sign up for a Christmas Carol, and this all could have been an email. So anyway, on a score of 1 to 5, where 0 is threshold, what are you guys giving this one?
Here, I'll go first so that Chris can have some more floor time. I gave it a 2 out of 5 because I guess the explosions were cool.
Yeah, it was fine. Like, it was, yeah.
Chris is like, shit, I didn't realize how bad it was until we started talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely, like, saw all the things you saw. Yeah, it doesn't feel as bad as a 2 for whatever reason to me, so I'll go with a 3.
So I know what they were trying to go for with this episode, and I appreciate what they were trying to go for with this episode. I don't think that they pulled it off successfully. I'm also giving this one a 2.
I guess my biggest issue is that, like, and I say it was like my last note, I don't see the point of this episode. Like, other than, like, I guess an homage, but, like, what do we learn that we needed to learn? That Pike's not happy about his future? We already know that.
Well, as I say, had we already kind of, like, had parts where he's kind of come to, terms with, like, accepting it?
Right.
That's my big problem, is that they keep trying to play this up as if, like, Pike at the end of Discovery just bravely said, like, yep, if this is what's going to happen to me, I accept it because I saved the lives of all these cadets, and this is me, I am Starfleet, like, this is what a Starfleet officer should do. And then the whole first season of the show is him trying to, like, roll that back,
Right.
And it feels like they're ruining what was a very good moment where he's like, I accept this burden.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And, like, it feels a lot like when Hoshi overcame the same imposter syndrome like 3 or 4 times. It's like, yeah, we're proud of you, Hoshi, the first time. And then we're like, oh, that's right. We remember the second time. The third time, it's like, Hoshi, get a fucking grip. Like, figure it out, man.
Yeah.
Rob, I missed your actual number. What was it?
2. I also gave it a 2.
Okay. IMDb gave it a 5.
What?
What?
It is the one of only 2 5s for this show.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I did not realize that was a 5 sitting there. Yep.
All right. Well, after we overcome that shock, we will be back for this week's deep dive. All right, welcome back, everybody. So as it was heavily hinted and unfortunately cut out all of Chris's fun facts, I wanted to go through some of the tie-ins between Balance of Terror and this episode. The whole premise behind this episode is that Pike kind of assumes the position of Kirk in Balance of Terror. So Balance of Terror also starts off with Kirk officiating a wedding between officers Angela Martine and Robert Tomlinson.
Did you have a note about the log as well?
Not the log, no.
Yeah, so Captain Pike's ship's log is almost verbatim the same as Captain Kirk's from Balance of Terror at the beginning of the episode.
Man, I was working from memory. So
really?
if you have more fun facts, just feel free to cut in.
I'll throw them in if there's one I think.
Yeah, he was trying to, Rob, and you yelled at him twice. No.
No, we're in the appropriate part of the episode where these are now welcomed.
Oh man, I should start going by Ma'at.
Oh, God damn it! I hate you. So yeah, they also had their ceremony interrupted by the attack on Outpost 4. So Stanford, this is where Ortegas plays the part of Lieutenant Styles from the original series. He was the angry navigator from the Prime timeline at the time of the attack on Outpost 4. Kirk also spends most of this episode trying to get him to calm the fuck down.
Okay.
With very little success.
So why was it Ortegas then? Why didn't they make the actual navigator just play that role then? If they're gonna make it up anyways.
I know. I was confused because again, they had Law on a different ship. They could have had Styles just be the navigator for this episode.
Yeah, maybe Ortegas and La'an were on a different ship or whatever. Or maybe Ortegas was fucking dead. Who knows? It's 7 years later.
It was just such a severe departure from her character.
Yeah, with zero explanation. And not only zero explanation, Pike didn't act like it was weird.
No.
If Pike was like, what the fuck is going on with her? And Spock was like, well, after that incident. Okay, fine. It was stupid, but fine. But that didn't even happen,
Right. So in the Prime timeline, Hansen's still the commander of Outpost 4. Uhura, just like in this week's episode, was the one who picked up on the video feed from the Romulans in Balance of Terror. The Romulan commander in the Prime timeline, however, actually picks up on the subspace message being sent and immediately, so in the original series, in the Balance of Terror episode, when we're on the Romulan ship, we see him get pissed off at the message being sent, and he immediately demotes the officer responsible.
See, again, Klingons would have just fucking killed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
he demoted him to what, sub commander?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess in the note I had here was that Decius, the sub-commander or whatever, sends a coded transmission to
fucking Decius.
Inform our home base of our glorious mission.
Perfect.
Shouldn't they know?
Apparently not in the original.
So yeah, the Prime Romulan commander's patriotism was called into question by, you said his name was Decius?
Yes.
What a name.
Decius Meridius Maximus.
But that's not a real name.
Oh man, even Mariah's fucking with you now.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rob.
Oh man.
It's when the fruit's literally on the ground.
Yeah, it's not even hanging low anymore. It's just on the floor. So yeah, I remember one of the things in the episode being when he got demoted, he's like, I have powerful friends back on Romulus, and God, it was so cheesy. They're like, I'm gonna tell my dad. It's like, no, your dad died in a stupid fight for a stupid reason. You ain't got nobody that's gonna help you.
Fucking love Romulans. They're so stupid, but in a fun way. The Klingons are stupid in a different fun way.
Yeah. This is where the episodes really start to diverge. For one, Kirk actually yells at Styles to keep his bigotry to himself.
It stays in your quarters.
Yeah, he's tired of Styles taking cheap shots at Spock just because of how the Romulans look. Kirk also opts to just straight out attack the Romulans, not just shoot to disable. They do try the combat maneuver, but the Romulans and Enterprise at this point are both trying to run dark. Submarine tactics were real big in the original series. They lose track of each other in the combat instead. and everybody just starts shooting. And like to Enterprise's credit, they do manage to hit the Romulans, right?
And that happened here, yeah.
Yeah. The other big difference was the Romulans like immediately head for the neutral zone. They try to get away. And Kirk decides to enter the neutral zone and follow them, which did not happen here. The rest of the episode kind of plays out as like this tense cat and mouse chase until the finale. Styles winds up almost getting himself killed, and he does get the groom killed. So instead, the groom is the one who dies in Prime Universe, because he refuses to like accept Spock's help to fix the phaser array, and they wind up like getting gassed by like fumes. What was it, like some sort of coolant leak? Chris, do you have that in your notes?
I don't
remember.
know.
Yeah, like there was some gas coming into the phaser array room. Spock manages to save Styles, who does apologize finally at the end of the episode. But the groom winds up dying. And Spock goes back in, fixes the phasers.
Racism kills. That's the rule.
Yeah, so this episode instead ends where the Romulans like accept defeat. The Romulan commander says like GG, and then self-destructs.
See, that's a real Romulan right there.
Yeah.
They do like self-destructing. That is a thing they enjoy.
There's a reason.
Did you have anything else, Chris?
No, I think you hit all the things I had.
Cool. All right. So yeah, that was how it compared to Balance of Terror. I do, like, generally speaking, I like tie-in episodes like this. I felt like this one missed a lot more than it hit. I think my favorite tie-in episode is still the Deep Space Nine Trouble with Tribbles episode, but for Trials and Tribulations.
Trials and Tribulations. Trouble with Tribbles is like the TOS
the original.
one, right?
Yeah, that's the original.
I guess my overall issue is that like this entire episode happened because Pike was writing a letter.
Yeah. An email.
That's not an email, yeah. That's not good enough. Like, I need a better reason for us to do all this nonsense future bullshit. You know?
Yeah, I feel like it would have made more sense had he actually gone through with it. But he doesn't. Well, I guess he couldn't because Grandpa Pike.
I guess there wasn't a strong enough tie between writing that letter and the events of this episode.
Right, there was no. All he basically did was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be here because Kirk is supposed to be here," which is real weird because Kirk was also there.
Yep, but Spock died.
No, he didn't die. He became disabled. A fate worse than death, according to this show.
No, Chapel said at the end, like, he's not going to make. Oh, you know what she did say, and if he does,
she said he will not fully recover, and if he and he will not be the same man. Yeah, he basically has all the same injuries that Pike did because fate, you know. Because like someone's got to get injured, someone's got to end up in the wheelchair. The future's making one wheelchair, a motherfucker butt's going to be in it. Like.
The Grim Reaper's got a toll and someone's got to pay.
Yeah, that toll is a power wheelchair with a beeper on it.
Oh, God. All right. We're going to take another break and we'll be back for this week's Potpourri.
Welcome back. So today for Potpourri, you know, I'm a millennial. We're all millennials. So I'm not embarrassed to say that I am currently in therapy. I had therapy today. And I had thought of this idea for Potpourri prior to watching the episode because my therapy's in the morning and I watched the episode this afternoon.
Just a caveat, the therapy is for his brain pan, not for his broken body.
Yeah, like, unless people are intimately familiar with physical therapy, they assume therapy means your brain pan. Just like when I said, oh yeah, I lived at rehab for 6 months. They don't think that was for physical rehab. They think that was because I had a drug problem.
Freebasing, man. Come on.
Anyways, I thought of this before I watched the episode, and then I was glad that this episode entirely revolved around this because that works out. Famously, the Enterprise does not seem to have any kind of fucking ship's counselor. So today, you get to be the ship's counselor.
Oh boy.
Here's how this is going to work. We're going to go switch off. And I am going to provide you with the name of a character from the show. And you are going to tell me your advice as if you were a therapist trying to help that character with whatever their main issues are. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Are we role playing as like a Klingon therapist, or are we just supposed to give actual advice?
I am not going to limit your creative spunk in any way. So you take that prompt. You're the ship's therapist, however you will. Okay. Who would like to go first with Pike?
I'll go first.
All right.
All right, Rob.
Did I just lose everybody?
No, we were waiting on you, actually.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a prompt. I thought
No.
like,
Oh, sorry. No. The prompt is Pike is clearly fucked up. What is your advice to him?
oh God.
No, I'm not role playing. No, you have to do the hard work. I just came up with the idea.
Jesus Christ. I would say first of all, there's clearly some like lingering issues around the Enterprise not being called back to help in the Klingon War. You have to understand that that was done to keep your mission safe and that keep the flagship of Federation safe. It had nothing to do with the Federation's thoughts on you being able to successfully wage a war correctly, although after this week's episode, that is being taken under consideration. Also, like we understand that you had some issues with some temporal related future predictions coming your way. First of all, please don't take console with members of your crew. It's probably not appropriate for you to be talking to subordinates about information like that and putting that on them. We're now pretty sure that Mr. Spock feels like he owes you some sort of life debt, and that's not really a great relationship to have with your first officer. I guess he's not the first officer.
Yeah,
But
close
you know
enough.
what I mean.
Yeah.
First buddy.
Yeah, senior staff, first buddy. Yeah, I think that's the advice I'd give Pike.
All right. Great. No, that was perfect. All right. Well, Chris, we're gonna tee up Mr. Spock with you.
Okay. So I guess the first thing I would probably say is to be less afraid of half of what makes you what you are. Be more open to exploring those pieces of you that you have neglected for so long. Only when you are whole and at peace with yourself can you live a healthy and balanced life.
Damn. All right. Fucking getting serious up in this bitch. All right. Rob, you have La'an.
Okay. So I understand, your family brings a lot of baggage along with it, specifically within the Federation. But you need to remember that you are first and foremost an officer of Starfleet. So you've already been evaluated as a person of upstanding quality, and Starfleet has already established that they are more than willing to understand that you are not your heritage, right? So I would not worry if anybody does make mention of your last name. They clearly don't understand or appreciate what Starfleet really stands for, and just take confidence in that you are highly respected by the rest of the senior staff aboard this vessel, and they are more than willing to work with you in any and all capacities.
Okay. Jesus. All right. Chris, you have Chapel.
Apple. Probably try to explore with her what her her fears are related to establishing more deep intimacy with her romantic partners. Why is she avoiding real relationships, focusing on things like the flings that such as the himbo from that one episode. Just to advise her to really look for more deeper connections with people and open up, so she can kind of get more of a healthy relationship.
Yeah, a healthy relationship, like home wrecking another relationship.
Hey man, having been a homewrecker, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Just saying. Y'all took this way more seriously than I was expecting, which is fine. However, I have a fun bonus that I'm going to toss up for anyone to take. You do not get to know what it is before you volunteer.
Well, you went first, so I guess I'll take the bonus.
Okay.
All right. As you step into your counseling office, there's kind of a shimmy, and everything looks different, older, more utilitarian, and you realize that you're now on the NX-01 Enterprise.
Fuck you.
And in comes Captain Archer for his weekly sesh.
Jesus Christ.
What is your advice to Captain Dewar?
First off, get some waxing done. Jesus Christ.
God damn.
It's too much hair. It's not the 70s, man. Come on. But for real, I don't know. You clearly have some daddy issues. You gotta let that go. He died of a disease that was at the time not preventable. So, it's gonna be all right. It's fine. But more importantly, do the waxing for real. It's too much hair.
Oh man, amazing. I like how early in my little scenario setup you knew what was about to happen.
I'm like, older, god damn it.
I like in Chris's clinic, it's a safe space unless he thinks your body is ugly.
No, not ugly, hairy. Hairy. And besides, that's what he would think. He's the counselor on the ship with objectively the hottest people in all of Starfleet. He's like, I'm not used to these conditions here.
Look, I spent some time in him with the decon room. There was fucking hair everywhere.
God damn.
Oh, God.
All right. Anyways, get some therapy, everybody. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we are Captain's Log Supplemental. You can find us everywhere, obviously, because you found us. Give us a rate, give us a review, give us 5 stars. We are 5-star people. If you like us, or even if you don't, do that, please. I do try to check to see if we got any reviews. We haven't yet, so obviously, no one's doing it. Come on, man. John, you're off the hook. You did it. Dad, you could go ahead and update us to 5 stars if you want to be a cool guy, but whatever. Yeah, and that'll do us. So, good night. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Captain's Log Supplemental. You can follow us on Twitter at PodCLS or send us hate mail at podcls3@gmail.com.